Breaking news. Governor Electorate Obaseki reply, God will vindicate me. I want you to watch this video. I will come back and talk more.
I think your question is very important. You just asked the question, what will I do differently in the healthcare system? For me, it is very unwise, first of all, to destroy a hospital and build a museum. And even the museum is not even completed, and there are no animals for the museum. So I don't know whether somebody will prefer animals more than human beings. It is barbaric. It's not acceptable by me. From my government, by the grace of God, we allow the poor to breathe.
That is the current governor of Edo State, distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, when he was still aspiring to becoming the governor of the state. And he was asked, if you become the governor of Edo State in the Act system, what would you do differently? Just like every human being who wants to show that they know the answer to a question, we say actually. He answered actually, and he said that is a wise question. And he said it is unwise for somebody to destroy a hospital and build a museum. And the museum is even uncompleted and there are no animals in it. I would have thought or taken it as a mistake. But if you watch the video, he continued in that line of mistake by continuing to say that it's as if the governor Obaseki, trying to cite Obaseki, it's as if the governor prefer animals than human being. This brings me to my point. How we select those who will rule over us. Because we, the electorate, will be the direct victim of the leaders that we choose. I remember during the time while they were still aspiring to become the governor, I made a statement. It is important that anyone who wants to come in as the governor, while he is still aspiring, he must have known the issues in the state, the problem in the state, the challenges, the area where the state is succeeding, and he must have known how he's going to solve those issues by drawing out his plan before coming to becoming the governor. That it is not when you are the governor already, you will start trying to solve the problem or try to find what the problems are and how to solve it. While you are aspiring, you need to find the problems out and map out how you are going to solve it. Immediately you come into power, then you continue to run with your solutions for the state. But you can see that in that of Okpebholo, even the basic research, he refused to carry out. The basic research, he refused to carry out. And don't forget, the electorate will become the direct victim of the leaders that are leading them. This is a basic question to know the difference between a museum and a zoo. But he failed woefully. And he continued in that line because he does not know the difference between these two. This is not me trying to cite him, but this is me trying to tell you, the electorate, that the people who you choose and what they do, and they can only give to you what they have. They cannot give what they don't have. Just like Okpebholo. Okpebholo cannot give the knowledge that he does not have. It cannot. You can only give what you have. We know that in Nigeria, and worst in Edo State, that we are not operating a democratic system of government. We are operating democracy of craze, where the vote of the electorate does not count, which has made many people to lose hope in any election period of going to vote, because we go to vote but the result we get is different compared to what happened in 2024 governorship election, where that election, I will say it over and over again, was robbed, was rigged, and was confirmed by the Supreme Court, supported by the Supreme Court. But what am I trying to tell you, the electorate? We must be careful the people we put in the position of power to rule over us. We are talking about a state that have a destiny of over 5 to 6 million people. And we will have somebody who have not done his research, who have not have himself informed to rule over us. We will be the direct victim of who we put in the position of power, who we allow these greedy politicians to push through our throats. We should be careful. Now, let's come to the healthcare sector in Edo State during the time of Obaseki as the governor of the state. I live around Dumes Road area then. There is the school they call School of Health, of which it came out on the media that the brother to the current deputy governor, which is Edimofi Idaosa, praised Obaseki for the handsome work that he did in that place. The school's name was changed from School of Health to Nursing Science. The work Obaseki did in that place was impeccable. It was renovated, other department was built, and it was equipped with world-class facility. Talking about health-wise, let's talk about the Stella Obasanjo Hospital and other primary health care that Obaseki did in Edo State. Obaseki had the idea, just like we have it here in Germany also, where if you are sick of headache, malaria, fever, you don't carry yourself to the secondary health care, which means in a layman term, the bigger hospital. You go to your primary health care close to you, not far from you, close to you, and you get your treatment there. It is only when it is critical that you go to the bigger hospital, which is the secondary health care. And the idea for Stella Obasanjo Hospital, the expansion, was because Godwin Obaseki wants to make Edo State the health hub of the Federation of Nigeria. And anyone who have gone to that place will tell you that the facility that is there, the work that Obaseki did there, is world class. And there are other buildings to be completed in that place. Then let's talk about the health insurance. For many who are in diaspora, they can really tell well about health insurance. I am just coming back from where I went to see a doctor. In Europe, you don't go to meet a doctor, and when you arrive at the reception, they tell you, bring 50 euros for you to collect a card before to see your doctor. No, what they ask you is your health insurance, and they slot it in, and they tell you sit down, the doctor will come and see you. You don't need to pay a dime. But we know that in Nigeria, it's not so. Before Obaseki came, so Obaseki came and introduced what they call the health insurance. He did what they call the health insurance, where as you work, part of the money you are working, you pay it into your health insurance. Nobody knows when sickness will come. So as you are paying your money in your health card, immediately you first sick, you can use your health insurance emergency to get treatment, and you are fine with your health card. Let's also talk about what Obaseki did in terms of emergency bus that was launched in case maybe you are going on the road and you just slump. There was an emergency number you can call and they will respond to you. All these were functioning. Then the one that blew my mind was the telemedicine, where, for example, you can be treating a patient in Edo State and it becomes critical. You can use through the telemedicine and connect with surgeon, expert who are in America, precisely America, and they will be treating you directly from America, telling the experts that are also in Edo State what to do, taking all the check over you in Edo State. Please watch this video, we'll talk more.
The last 1 year, working with my local government chairman, we have connected every local government in Edo State with our own wire, our fiber, that is bringing in internet to these facilities. And no matter how complicated the problem now is, we have people in America, our children, trained to go and see them there. What it will cost you, you can't even afford it. These people will now sit in their office in America and they will be examining you from there.
That is the telemedicine I'm talking about. Just to look into the psychology of Obaseki, you will see a man that have a heart for the people. Just look at the word. As he examined the word, he said, if you are to buy your ticket, you are to look for visa to travel to America to go and get treatment, what it will cost you. But through the opportunity of telemedicine, you don't need to travel to America. It will save you your money, but you will get the same treatment. Same treatment. And this is the same man that is being labeled an oppressor. This is the same man that is being labeled a man of anger. This is the same man that is likened to the Hitler of Germany. And this is the same man that is being called the Hitler of Benin Kingdom. This man, I just want to say there is a level we take our hatred and our anger and our dislike of a man to. There should be a level we take it to. This man who have done this should be labeled with such names. This man. I don't want to talk much on this particular issue. But what I want to say is that there should be a level we take the dislike, the anger, the hatred that we have for a man. There should be a limit we take it to. I rest my case on that. So I decide to show you guys this, that Obaseki, in all that I have said, there are proofs. All I have said is verifiable. But I decide to show you this telemedicine. And this was done in Esan West local government. And it was also done in Edo South, in other parts of Edo State. This was introduced into the primary healthcare system of Edo State during the time of Obaseki. Now, let's go further. Obaseki, who is an investment banker, could pull off such kind of project. An investment banker could pull off such kind of project. You heard him say that Edo State has been connected with fiber optic, and that makes Edo State to go completely paperless. Everything is digitalized, and the effectiveness of digital is to see that files does not get missing and work goes as fast as possible. That is what a man who is an investment banker could achieve. God bless distinguished Senator Mode Okpebholo, whom the propaganda, the people who are sponsoring propaganda in APC projected to us to be an IT expert. We have not seen him pull off projects like this. An IT expert. An IT expert. Even the son of Oshomole, Cyril Oshomole, who is the commissioner for Earth, since he has assumed the office as the commissioner for Earth, we have not seen him pull off one project talking about the Earth sector that will affect the people strongly and benefit the people. We have not seen. We have not seen. So a man who was an investment banker could pull off that we have health insurance, viable health insurance. He could pull off that we have telemedicine. He could pull off that we have this whole state connected with fiber optic. Then a man who you people said the ancestor gave to us have not been able, who they call an IT expert, has not been able to pull off such projects. And we criticize him. And this is the man we want to criticize. God bless High Priest Ebohon. He made a statement in the video that I posted. He said, forgive Obaseki because the good that he has done is more than the evil. That is the statement. He did not just say forgive Obaseki. He said forgive him because the good that he has done is more than the evil that he has done. That got me. That got me. And the same Obaseki is the one that is being labeled an oppressor. He's being labeled a man that is always angry with the people. Of a truth, the people who are angry against Obaseki are the Agberos that he pulled out of the street. Agberos that was causing nuisance in the street. People who want to suck Edo State of their resources, he put them out of the aims of affairs so that Edo State government can be getting the resources that is coming from their angle. That made him a wicked man. Yeah, people will rise up against such a man because he took food out of their mouth. But the food that is meant for every Edo person is what he took out of their mouth, because single individuals wanted to eat the food that belonged to every Edo person, but he decided to take it out of their mouth, and they got angry, and that has made that man who have done that kind of service of good to the whole of Edo people, that has made him to be the Hitler of Edo Kingdom. Truth is very bitter. Let me not go further on that. Let me focus on Okpebholo. Okpebholo, who could not differentiate the difference between a museum and a zoo, who could not carry out his own research, basic research, before coming as a governor, is the one that you think that the pressure of sitting in that seat will not make him to think and carry out research. When he had the time, while he was still aspiring to sit down, know the challenges, know the the problem in the state, he was busy joining those who were doing propaganda against Obaseki. And you think that man now, who is now sitting in that seat of power, will now have the time to start doing research? It's even making more blunder. It's making more blunder. Instead of Obebolo to be leveraging on what Obaseki has done. Now, as an IT expert that he said he is, seeing what Obaseki has done in that telemedicine, as an IT expert, what was he supposed to do? Is it not to leverage on what Obaseki did in that telemedicine? That we will have in all our primary health care such kind of telemedicine. Is he not supposed to leverage on that? But what have we seen? A man who went after becoming the governor and shut down the database of Edo State and shut up the command and control center. He shut up technology. It's as if they don't know how to use system, laptop. It's as if they don't know how to use technology. They shut up technology and they resorted back to analog, where they can write fake papers and tear it off without no trace. But technology makes you to be efficient and makes you to be transparent because it's there, just like social media. This video will remain on social media till God knows when. This is the power of technology. It stays there, transparent. But these people ended up shutting things up and they resulted in manual, analog. Then it's as in, and the worst of it all is that this same man, I told you people, this same man, the news I got is that he has revoked the Museum of West African Act, the CFO, certificate of occupancy. He has revoked it. In other words, he has cancelled the ownership. And ask yourself, why did he do it? Why did he revoke? It's because of what I said. I said something. You are making a commitment when you did not know the actual status of the land, of the building, of the finance. You don't know the actual status. You are making a commitment that you are going to give it back or rename it back to Benin Royal Museum. And now that you have met with the ambassadors of those stakeholders that are involved in it, and you see that there is no hope, all you want to do is to revoke. Is to revoke. Now, talking about that a little, let me digress a little. Talking about that, Obebolo, if Edo State, like you people make us believe, because you said you have no information or document concerning MOA, but where the 3.5 billion naira came from that the former administration invested in it, I do not know where you guys got it from. You said Edo State government contributed 3.5 billion naira in MOA, and that amount of money should make them the owner of the museum. If Edo State, who contributed 3.5 billion naira, should own the museum, what about Germany donor who contributed over 20 to 30 billion naira? They should root the museum. They will root it. They will just root it on their head and take it to Germany. If Edo State, who contributed just 3.5 billion naira, should own that museum, then people who who contributed up to 30 to 40 billion in that museum, they will root it and put on their head. So you people should bring a proper argument. Proper argument. Obebelo, focus on leveraging on the work Obaseki has done. Focus on leveraging on it. He has done well for the people of Edo State. We are here. We will continue to fight. Me, I'm not in the side of any. I'm not in the side of Obaseki. I'm not in the side of you or anybody. What I am supporting is the truth. So if you guys continue to bring your lies, I'll continue to counter it with truth. Just like I did with this telemedicine. Just like I did. Obaseki destroyed part of the hospital to bring a museum because he knows that the museum will help, and he was also doing some work in hospitals around the state. What you don't bring, Bebulu? What have you guys brought? The commissioner for health that you put, out of you want to favor the one you call your father, which is Oshomole, you brought his son. What has he shown? What does he have to give to Edo people and say he has done? What? You guys should bring it. Bring it on.